I just finished this image for a submission to Photo Manipulations Drop Zero contest, and it is Three Furies Human Apothecary. This is Rebecca McGillicuddy. I'm NoirArtist. And as you've seen, I love doing dark fantasy. For this, I wanted to do this unique look with an eye and was planning on doing an eye in a glass when I found this image on Deposit Photo and was so excited because it was exactly what I was looking for. And I did not at this time have a whole lot of time to get the image in. I'm going to take this time just to ask you to subscribe, like, ring that bell for the next videos and tips and tricks. There will be a link below so that you can like the image for the contest. I do appreciate it. Now, one of the tips that I would recommend is if you have an image that you can't get a clear edge on, go in, make sure your mask is clicked on, and outline using the original. This will be able to show you what in the mask needs to be fixed. It's my go-to, and always check that mask to make sure that everything is in. You don't want to get to your document and go, I need to work on that again. So anyway, what I'm doing is I'm refining the look. I want to make sure that I have the fingers in, but they're soft because she is not the focus. Neither will be her two sisters. The eye and the glasses with the people inside are the focus of this image in my book. So I am going in. Don't want this to look like a sticker. I'm making sure things are nice and soft. I'm bringing in things that I want. I'm taking out things I don't want. Also, I did not realize it at this time when I was working on it, but the image is crooked. So later on, I'll show you how I fix that. Once I'm done with this, I'm going to go ahead and make a copy of the layer. That way I can come back and continue to work on it because I have multiple pieces in this that I need to do. And then I will take Smart Object and then move it over to the new document. Here is where all of the sizing needs to take place. Don't rush this. Your sizing is just as important as cutting it out or anything because you need to have a good composition. Please ignore these glasses. As you saw in the beginning, they weren't even used in the finished product. So now that I have figured out where I want to place my Fury and her eye, I need to fix the table. So I've removed areas and I'm using the patch heel along with a spot heel and using different areas of the wood grain so that I can have it blend in and it's not all the same. Now, even doing the patch tool, you don't get quite the greatest results at times. It's really a beautiful tool, but sometimes you still have to go in and spot heel to get things looking right. Now that centerpiece I'm not worrying about because I've already made the decision to use the blue countertop with a glare over top of this wood here. So again, you can very easily see how crooked everything is here, but that's not my concern at this moment. Right now I'm removing the eye because it's really not the size I want it. So I could have left it, but just in case I use any blend modes or anything else, I want to make sure that the other eye doesn't come through. So in here, I'm back at the original layer and I'm going to go in and add in the table and remove the lady. Why didn't I just copy the Smart Object layer that I was working on? You probably already know this, but I just want to make sure. When you copy a Smart Object in the document, doesn't matter how many times you copy it, they are all completely linked. And with them being linked, no matter what you do within that Smart Object, it will update all of them. So when I know I have different aspects to an image, I keep that document open so I can go back and grab more or grab each of the areas that I need to work with. So I've made another copy, I've named it, and Smart Object, and then set it in. And here is when I noticed how crooked it is. Wow. So I didn't at this time say, yes, I do want to use the table, but I really need to fix how crooked that is, which means I also need to separate the eye from the table, and the table doesn't match the length of the image without blowing the eye up too much. So this is what I'm going to do. I went into the Smart Object, and I am reducing and just working a little bit on evening out the document or the image before I go in and do any other work. I do a color fill layer. I match it with what is already there. Remove the top because I still need the top to be seen through. And then now I also have it balanced. Going to reduce it so that I have enough room for the document for it to go into. Do any blending that I need, even though I use the same fill color from the image, you need to make sure things are blended. So putting everything in the way I want it. I still did notice that the eye was just really odd. So I'm going back into the original document and I'm removing the eye for the table. I use the spot heel to accent and really bring up the glare on the table. Now I'm going in, shifting the table where the background is, and I'm going to bring it up, the wood up with the underlying layer and the mode for it. I really like how this looks. That glare is perfect. So now I can go back to the original document and get that eye. Now that I've made sure the eye is clean, there's nothing else on this mask, I'm going to go in and straighten it up and also just kind of make this look more like a glass than I don't know what it was. So just a few little tweaks here and there to even it out, get it into the document, and here we are. I have it the size I want, I have the table I want, and I have the first of the Furies. As I stated, the glasses won't be in. That will be for the next time. I have a few other pieces that I want to show you that I did. I thank you so much for joining me. And if you have any questions or comments, please say them below. Don't forget to like from that link for the contest, and I really appreciate it.